Hello friends, welcome back to DevOps Ind. In today's video, we are going to learn how to monitor Linux server using Prometheus and Grafana with Node Exporter. So in today's video, we are going to discuss these 4 points: what is Prometheus, what is Grafana, what is Node Exporter, and how to install Prometheus and Grafana with Node Exporter on Amazon Linux too. So we are going to learn step by step. So firstly, what is Prometheus? So Prometheus is an open source Linux server monitoring tool mainly used for metrics monitoring, event monitoring, and alert management, etc. And Prometheus has changed the way of monitoring system, and that is why it has become the top level project of cloud native computing foundation, that means CNCF. Prometheus uses a powerful query language, that is PromQL, and in Prometheus tabs around handles hundreds of services and microservices. Prometheus uses multiple modes used for graphing and dashboarding supports. So that's the Prometheus. So the next is, what is Grafana? So Grafana is a free and open source visualization tool mostly used with Prometheus to which monitor metrics. Grafana provides various dashboard charts, graphs, alert for the particular data source. Grafana allows us to query, visualize, explore metrics, and sets alert for the data source, which can be system, server, nodes, cluster, and etc. And we can also create our own dynamic dashboard for visualization and monitoring. And we can save the dashboard and can even share with our team members, which is one of the main advantage of Grafana. So that's the part. So the next is, what is Node Exporter? Node Exporter is a Prometheus exporter for server level or OS level metrics with configurable metric collectors. Node Exporter is a good solution to collect all the Linux server related metrics and statics for monitoring. Prometheus Node Exporter provides hardware and OS level system metrics exposed by Nix kernels through metrics collector. And a node exporter is needed on all server or virtual machine to collect data on all nodes. And node exporter exposes metrics on slash metrics subpath on port number 9100. So that's the node exporter. So the next is, so here you can see the diagram of server monitoring using Grafana and Prometheus. So you can see a target server, then node exporter, Prometheus, Grafana. So this is server is monitored by Prometheus and visualized by Grafana. So that's it. So now the next is prerequisite. So firstly, you need the instance with the instance type T2 or T3 medium. Then you need to good internet connectivity. Then security groups configured properly, and you need any web browser. Then security groups configured on EC2 instances. So for Prometheus server, you need a port number 9090. So for node exporter, you need a port number 9100, and for Grafana, the port number 3000. So now we are going to install Prometheus. So firstly, you can see here my Amazon Linux 2 instance is running, and here in security group, if you click on view inbound and rules, so here you can see in my security, here already add port range, all port number you can see here all. That means 3000 for Grafana, 9090 for Prometheus, 9100 for node exporter. And if you want to add any specific port number, so you can add from here, view output. So now firstly we are going to install Prometheus from Prometheus. So firstly you can see here, now here I'm copying my IP address, and here I'm using MobiXterm to connect my Amazon Linux to terminal. So click on SSH, and here paste the IP address, and for specific username, EC2-user. Then click on advanced setting, use private key, and here you need to give a path of your .pem file, that means your key pair. So windows.pem, that's my key pair. Click on OK. Now clear the screen first, and now we are going to install Prometheus. So firstly, you can go to the official page of Prometheus, and here you can see Prometheus official page and click on download. And here you can see Prometheus. So click on Prometheus, and here you can see the installation for Linux. So now firstly, we need to create a system user for Prometheus using below command. So firstly, we need to create system user. So for that, run this command. Then we are going to create the directories in which we will be storing our configuration file or libraries. So for that, run these two commands to create directories. Then set the ownership of this directory with below command. So now we are going to run this command. And the next is, before installing Prometheus, we need to inside TMP directory. And now we are going to installing Prometheus. So for that, go to the official page of Prometheus, and here click on right click, and now copy link address. And now we are going to install with wget. Paste the link. So you can see it's installing Prometheus. Yes, it's done. So clear the screen first, and now we need to extract the file. So for that, run this command. Now we are going to extract our file with tar, using tar. ls sorry the copy the .dz file, and now we are going to install with using tar. So run the command tar hyphen xvf and paste the .gz file, and now click on write. Okay, it's done. Now clear the screen. And the next is, now we need to inside our Prometheus. So for that, ls, and now copy and cd and paste. Then the next is, we are going to move this configuration file and set the owner to the Prometheus user. So run this command. Then second command, then third command. Yes, now it's done. So the next is, move the binaries and set the owner. So for that, run these two commands to set the owner. Okay, now clear the screen. And now we are going to create service file using below command. Now we are going to create prometheus.service with this in this directory. So now we are going to run this command, and now in this file we are going to add these lines. And now save the file and exit. And now we need to reload the system. So for that, run this command to reload our system. Okay. And next is, now we are going to start our Prometheus server. Okay, so let's check the status of our Prometheus server. So you can see active running here. So let's access in browser. So for that, you need to copy your IP address, and now your port number is 90904 for Prometheus server. So you can see your Prometheus UI. So Prometheus, so that means it's successfully installed a Prometheus in your Amazon Linux store. So if you go to the status and click on target, so here only one target with the name Prometheus. Now we are going to add one more. So that's the Prometheus server. That means it's successfully installed. So now the next is, now the next is Grafana. So now we are going to install Grafana in your Amazon Linux. So firstly you need to update your system package. And now if you go to the official page of Prometheus, so now we are going to go to the official page of Grafana, and from here you can download Grafana. So you can see a download, so click on download. Download Grafana. And if you scroll down, you can see for Linux. So for Linux, you can see firstly we need to update here. You can see for Linux binaries. So you can go to the official page of Grafana and download from here. So for now, firstly we need to update our system package. So run this command. Firstly clear the screen. And now we are going to update our system package. Done. So clear the screen first. And now the next step is, then we add a new YM repository for the operating system to know where to download Grafana. So for that, run this command. And now add this line. into this file. Save the file and exit. And the next is, now we are going to install Grafana. So for that, run this command to install Grafana. So yes. So you can see it's installing Grafana in Amazon Linux too. Yes. Yes, it's done. So clear the screen. And the next is for we need to reload the system. So run this command to start Grafana server. Sorry, reload the system. And next is we are going to start our Grafana server. And now we are going to check the status of our Grafana. So you can say active running, that means our Grafana server is successfully installed. So now you need to enable Grafana server. So run this command to Grafana will start upon booting our Amazon Linux 2 instance. Okay, it's done. So now let's access in our browser. So firstly, you need to your IP address, your instance IP address. So copy our instance IP address. And now our Grafana port number is 3000. So you can see a loading Grafana. So wait for some seconds. Okay, you can see a welcome to Grafana. And after installation of Grafana, your username and password default is admin. Admin. Yes, username and password is admin and admin. So login. And now it always good to change your login credentials. So change your password for more security. So I am changing my password. Click on submit. Now your password changed. So you can see here it's loading. So you can say welcome to Grafana. This is our Grafana dashboard. So you can see here. So now, so the next is we are going to configure Prometheus as Grafana data source. So firstly, you can see here, click on configure in settings, and here click on add data source. And here select Prometheus. You can see data source added. And now here give the path of your Prometheus. This. So copy the path. Or Prometheus and paste here. Then Then as per your requirement, you can do other changes, or you can also keep remaining configuration as default. So here, okay, it's done. So now click on save and test. So you can see data source updated and data source is working. That means it's done. So it's done. So go to the home page. So it's done. So now next is we are going to install Node on our Amazon Linux too. So you can go to the official page of Prometheus, and here you can see Node Exporter. So click on Node Exporter, and here you can see the installation of Node Exporter for Linux. Because Node Exporter for only not available for Windows. For Windows, special exporter with the name WMI. So now you can install Node Exporter from here. So let's start. So firstly you need to inside the TMP. So for that, run this command. Then go to the official page of Prometheus, and from here copy the link. Copy the link address, and now we are going to install with wget. Paste link here. So you can see it's installing Node Exporter on Amazon Linux too. So it's done. So clear the screen, and now we are going to extract the file with tar using tar xvfz. So copy the command to extract our .gz file. So it's extracting. It's done. Now we are going to move the binary file of Node Exporter to this location. You can see user /local/bin. So for that, run this command to move this location. Okay, it's also done. So the next command is create a Node Exporter to user. So for that, run this command. It's also done. So now we are going to create a custom Node Exporter service. For that, we are going to create a Node Exporter service file in this directory. So now run this command. We are going to create Node Exporter service. And now we are going to add these lines into this service file. So copy these lines and add into this. Okay, save the file and exit. Okay, it's done. And now we are going to register the Node Exporter as a service in systemctl by reloading the system. So now we are going to reload the system. We're going to start our Node Exporter. So now we are going to start our Node Exporter, and then we are going to check the status of our Node Exporter. So okay, now let's check the status. So yes, you can see active running. That means it's successfully installed or it's successfully started. Now let's check in our browser. So firstly, you need to copy your IP address, and here for Node Exporter, the port number is 9100. So you can see a Node Exporter. If you click on Matrix, so you can see the Node Exporters. So here you can see start with node/. So it's done. So the next is now we are going to update our configuration file. So for that, run this command, and now we are going to add one more job in our configuration file. So you can see here there is only one job with the name Prometheus. Now we are going to add one more job. So for that, copy and now paste here, and you need to indentation properly, because if you add any extra space here, so they give you error. Okay, now job name is node exporter. Node exporter. And here you need to paste your instance IP, and node exporter port number is 9100. So yeah, it's correct. So now save the file and exit. And now we need to restart our Prometheus server using this command. After changes in our configuration file, you need to restart our Prometheus server. So yes, it's done. So let's in Prometheus. So go to the Prometheus and now click on status and go to the target. So here you can see node exporter and state is up. If you execute up query here, so here you can see two results, one for node exporter and one from Prometheus, and both give value with 1. So it's done. That means node exporter is installed successfully on our Amazon Linux too. So now we are going to creating Grafana dashboard to monitor Linux server. So firstly go to the Grafana, and here you can see the plus icon. So click on plus icon. No, import. Sorry, plus icon and go to the import. And now here click on import via Grafana. So here you need to, you can see here now provide a grafana.com dashboard ID, which is 14513. So enter 14513 and click on load. Then here name Linux node exporter, and in folder general select general, and here for Prometheus default is Prometheus. So now click on import. So you can see now your dashboard is running up. So you can see your Linux exporter dashboard. So if you scroll down for CPU memory, so you can see CPU memory stack, network traffic. So all you can monitor from here. If you click on hardware, so you can see hardware temperature monitor. So this is our monitoring dashboard. So you can see you can monitor Linux server using Prometheus and Grafana with Node Exporter. So it's done. So in this video, we have learned how to monitor Linux server using Prometheus and Grafana with Node Exporter on Amazon. So thank you for watching our video. I hope you like the video and it's helpful to you. So please like, share and subscribe our DevOps channel.